answer lies in service to something older than yourself.
You're dreaming.
Sometimes dreams come true.
Hey, Marcello!
Call him.
I don't know how to make wine!
Does anybody know how to make wine here?
Nessuno.
Okay, so we Google it.
All right, that was a clip from The Vine, one of several movies coming to video on demand and streaming services this week. Richard Crouse joins me now. He's a film critic and host of Pop Life with More. Hello there, Richard. So let's talk about From the Vine.
From the Vine stars Joey Pantoliano as a guy who's just had it. He was a CEO of a big company, and then when he's forced to do some morally ambiguous things, he leaves it all behind, goes off to Italy, the land of his birth, where he hasn't been for over 40 years, and he visits his grandfather's abandoned vineyard, and he gets an idea. Maybe I can bring this place back to life. And this is a movie like Under the Tuscan Sun. Russell Crowe did a movie like this a few years ago called A Good Year, where people essentially go on long journeys to rediscover themselves and rediscover their happiness. These movies are kind of formulaic. You know pretty much going in how they're going to end. It's just really here all about the journey. It is about the journey from the top of a big office tower here in Toronto, where his character works, down to Italy, where he rediscovers some happiness. I gave this one 3 out of 5 stars because even though you know where it's going, it's still a pretty fun ride.
Yeah, and we love to look at those beauty shots of Italy anytime. What about Target #1? This is a Canadian true crime story.
It is, and a lot of the names and places and things have been changed here a little bit, except for one name, and it's a name that you're probably familiar with. Victor Malarick is played in this movie by Josh Hartnett. Victor Malarick was, or is, an investigative reporter for CTV, the Globe and Mail, and all sorts of places. He uncovered a story of corruption that ended up with a Canadian man spending 8 years in jail in Thailand. This isn't an action movie, and it is a crime story, but really it's about a search for the truth. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars because I wanted a little bit more quick pacing from it, but it is a good story. And Josh Hartnett, I forget about him sometimes. He's a pretty good actor.
All right. What about Dirt Music?
Dirt Music is Garrett Hegland and Kelly MacDonald. You know her from Trainspotting and lots of other films. They are people who are thrown together in an unusual situation and fall instantly in love. Then some bad things happen and they are forced to separate, and she spends most of the movie looking for him. So this is a movie that's about star-crossed lovers that does not have the lovers on screen together very often. So that doesn't work so well. Although, like From the Vine, beautiful shots of Australia here. This is a travel log that'll make you want to go to Australia. I gave it 1.5 out of 5 stars.
All right, and we're going to end on a high note. Bloody Nose, Empty Pockets.
This is a hybrid documentary, so it is a little bit scripted, but these are non-actors in a bar in Las Vegas on the final night of that bar being open. And it does a great job of showing the community that forms in these bars. All the regulars look out for one another. It's down and dirty, and it's a little rough-hewn, but it's a really fascinating movie. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars.
That's the kind of movie you should be in, Richard Crouse. Thank you, Richard.
I love this movie.
Love it. We'll talk to you soon.